can't use it as contact hours. It can only be used as supplement-free instruction. So you can't use it as your proxy hours, only supplement-free instruction. So we're at a point where is there questions so far?
Okay, I think I just
Norbert or Sigrid? I think Ashley needs to put her hand down unless she has a question.
Exactly. And Sigrid, you did not miss that much. So so we just kind of went over. I think, Tiffany, will you go back to the WIPIR lesson plan for a minute?
Sure. I'd be happy to.
So
right here. Here we go.
So this is wonderful. This is I just kind of want to jump in here and give some power to this, because this is she has training on this. Oh my goodness. Tiffany does? Tiffany has training on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Glenda actually trained me on this. Well, trained a few of us. If you go through Glenda's, I think ESL strategies or something that I did, she introduced me to the WIPIA, and then also it's happening in if you use the Ventures textbooks, this is what they recommend to do. Yes.
So just to kind of show you how this relates to the content standards, because that's the project I'm working on right now, is that when you think about the content standard, start with the content standard and think about what Tiffany just said about all the areas of the content of the Khan Academy, and think about how you're gonna teach to that standard or that math benchmark, and then do a warm-up, do an introduction, do a presentation, do practice, and that is really the core of what's called a direct explicit lesson. Show them, you do it, we do it, you do it. So it's exactly. So just kind of think about that, and we have
I do, we do, they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Tiffany has given an example of this lesson plan, which I'll share. But again, let me just jump in here just one more time and just say that every program, Norbert, this is not a state mandate. Every program is going to have a different lesson plan, but this is really a good model for how to do a lesson plan. Okay. Thanks, Tiffany.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So, does anybody else have any questions before we move on? Because we're at that point when we get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, Norbert, is your hand up? Do you have a question? Typing?
He may be. Norbert?
Oh, no. He said no.
There you go.
Good job. Okay.
I can't tell when people are typing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So here's the website for Khan Academy, and what we're going to do tonight is that we are going to take a tour. We're going to take a tour of, I'm going to show you practice without an account, and then also somehow of the personalized learning platform and the ins and outs. Okay, so let's look at the practicing without an account. So here is a sample of lesson plans that our program developed. We have our instructional coach. Her name is Connie Marshall. She came in about a couple of years ago, and we decided that we needed to have a curriculum, and she built our math lesson plans curriculum. And so what she did was she built a template, and then the next year we added the content standards. We first had the GED test targets, and then next we added the content standards, and then we have the primary resources, which are the textbooks. So each lesson or topic, for example, the topic of this lesson is the sign numbers and the number line. And so it's aligned to our content standard, and then you see all of the textbook material that is for that lesson. Okay. Now, as for practicing without an account in Khan Academy, the lesson under pre-algebra has a practice area that says negative numbers and the coordinate plane. you see on the second half of this lesson plan that there's additional reproducible resources. So we provided teachers with worksheets too for this lesson. And then you see the GED Academy. We use GED Academy for a distance learning program. And what I did was I aligned the GED Academy lessons to our curriculum. So if the students go in there or the teacher can go in and assign that lesson in GED Academy. But as for Khan Academy, if you just want to practice without an account, you would go to pre-algebra and then click the negative numbers and the coordinate plane. Okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to do this as a practice. I'm going to show you how to get there. Okay? So let's take a look. I'm going to share my screen. If you can see here, here's the main website. It's khanacademy.org. And so we're going to go to that website. Then you're going to find the subject area. Do y'all remember how many times you can find it? Does anybody know? Y'all can unmute. Or Anne-Marie, does anybody chat? Can anybody how many times can you find the area?
I have a quick question before you
yes.
Answer. Do you want people to log on and follow you, or just
yes,
watch right now?
Yeah, they're welcome to. Yeah, they can
okay.
just go to khanacademy.org
okay,
and just do it step by step if they're able to. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
And if you want to unmute them, you're welcome to too. So you can find it in 3 ways. Can you repeat the question? Yes, there are 3 ways that you can find the content. So it's okay. So the first way is by clicking the subjects here at the box. You know, here's the navigation. You click the down arrow of subjects, and then you click pre-algebra, and then you go into your lesson. The second way is down here in the middle part of the screen, is that here's math by subject, and then you go into pre-algebra, and then you can find the lesson of the negative numbers and the coordinate plane. And then you can go into the search and then search for negative numbers and the coordinate plane too for that practice. So in this case, what I'm going to share is that I'm going to use the middle of the screen and go to Math by Subject, but I am going to click Pre-Algebra. Okay, once I click Pre-Algebra, you'd see these tiles, and one of the tiles is listed negative numbers and coordinate plane. So here's the negative numbers and the coordinate plane. So it goes straight to the section where you need to practice. So here's the negative numbers in the coordinate plane. On the left, you see the skill summary. And then on the right, here's your practice. You can start with Introduction to Negative Numbers, where you see the play button. That's where you have your video. Or over here where it has practice on the right-hand side, you can just click Start, and then it will show you the practice. You can just start practicing. Okay, so let me show you how to just go ahead and click Start. And I started to learn. You just go and do the start exercises, and it'll go through the exercises. Okay? Okay. So everybody remember how to get there? Okay, again, let's go one more time. So I'm going to go it at a different way. Here's Khan Academy. Then you can go into Math by Subject, Pre-Algebra, then Negative Numbers and Coordinate Plane. And then you can just start doing the practice. You don't have to log in. It starts doing the practice. It goes through practice with all of these skills summary right here.